Hi, I'm Amy from Amy Curtis Fitness, and this is your after work wind down. You don't need to warm up for this. It's just something to get your muscles to relax a bit, iron out any of the cracks, and get you a bit more relaxed for your evening. So we'll start standing up, and we're just going to take our hands out in front of us and open up our chest. So really squeezing the shoulder blades together. Turning the shoulders out, rotating them out, and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Breathing in and then exhaling. Nice and deeply. Keep going. Really opening out the front of the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. One more. Now we're going to take our hands up behind our head, bring our feet a little bit wider, and we're just going to, keeping the pelvis facing the front, we're just going to turn the top half of our body to one side, and then back to the front, to the other side, back to the front. Keep your pelvis completely still facing the front. Imagine that you are in two halves and you're just turning the top half so nothing below the waist is moving. Go as far as you can without the pelvis turning with you. Really getting some nice rotation into our spines. Feeling like we're getting a little bit more mobile. One more to each side. And then we'll go down onto the mat. So we're going to start with some really simple leg rolls. So lying down on the mat, put your hands on your rib cage, and the whole time that you're doing this exercise, just make sure your ribs don't peel up off the floor. So everything from the waist up is staying where it is. And then you're just going to roll your legs. Your feet will come up and let them go towards the floor, keeping the rib cage down and back. So your feet are a hip width apart. There is a gap between your knees. Rolling all the way down and back up. Try to relax, try to get them further and further. It can help to think about that top knee going away from you, so pushing it away and back up. And now I'm pushing my right knee away towards the wall. And again, we'll do this 5 or 6 times on each side. Whole time keeping the back of the rib cage firmly on the mat. Then coming back to the center, nothing changes in the position of the legs. We're going to put our hands on the mat beside us. Taking a breath in, you're going to tilt your pelvis, so you're going to peel your tailbone off the mat just as far as your waist or the bottom of your rib cage, so not terribly far. And then replace. So halfway up and back. Send the sit bones towards each other, engage your glutes, and just peel the bottom of your spine off the mat. Send the knees away over your feet. We're only going halfway up the spine, or 2/3 of the way, should I say. We'll do 3 more like this. Really sending my knees towards my toes as soon as my pelvis has left the floor. And then turning onto our front, we're just going to do a simple classic cat exercise. So on your hands and knees, making sure that your knees are directly below your hips and your wrists are directly below your shoulders. And then it's the same movement you've just been doing. So you're tucking your pelvis under and you're letting the curve travel up your spine all the way up to the top of your head till you're looking at your knees, and then reset back where you were. Let's go again. 2, 3, all the while pressing your hands into the floor. Don't let yourself sink into your shoulders. And then we'll go in the other direction. So sending the tailbone to the ceiling and just looking up a little towards your skirting board, no higher, and back. All the way up and back. 3 more. So we don't want to be looking all the way up to the wall because then the angle in the back of your neck will be too sharp. This is plenty. Okay. And then we just come up to standing for one last stretch. So have your feet a little bit wider than hip width for this one, and you're going to take your hand over your head, tilt your ear to the floor, and just bring your armpit up towards the ceiling. So the weight's the same through my feet. I'm just getting a nice stretch up here, and there's a little crunch happening there. And then restacking. So up and over, keeping the weight the same through both hips. And back to the start. We'll do 2 more on each side. Up and over. And breathing out as I go over. In as I come back. Out. And last one. And that's your after work warm down done.